Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Last time, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. This kid's 12 years old and he's taking pre-algebra? Jeez. I mean, that's probably good, but I don't know. I don't remember ever taking pre-algebra. I'm gonna pre-algebra in a second. That's a terrible thing to say in a show like this. Anywho, Percy Jackson, the son of a god. He has now been taken to a camp where there are others like him, including his friend, a satyr, and not including his mom, who is dead. Yes, that is a sufficient recap of the previous episode. So, yeah, curious to see what all we're going to be doing in this one. Yeah, why don't we just go right ahead and jump into this episode of Percy Jackson. Here we go.
Where am I? You drool when you sleep.
Nah. It's not his fault.
It was so important I get here because my father's a god. So I'm gonna go find him. Yeah, but it isn't that simple.
Good luck with that. He's not exactly in the phone book. They don't even make those anymore. Camera's freaking out right now.
Mr. D, camp director. Mr. D, this is
Mr.
Percy
D.
Jackson.
Yeah, Grover. I heard him the first time.
But did you?
Yeah.
You really don't want to start with this guy.
He's starting with me.
Percy, the D is for Dionysus.
Oh.
That's Dionysus.
What do you mean, Dionysus? Like, the god Dionysus?
The actual Dionysus.
Excuse me, your highness?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not like that,
I
though.
think my dad may be around here somewhere.
He's not. No, only Dionysus is here.
I think I can.
Really?
Son.
No.
Yes, Peter.
It's Percy.
Exactly.
Whoa. Damn, he looks fly as hell. How goes it?
Mr. Bruner's real name is Chiron.
Yeah.
Camp activities director, immortal trainer of heroes. He
Grover,
is...
thank you. I'll take it from here. Oh, Percy. This must be a lot for you to process.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. I mean, you're a horse. My father won't talk to me unless I get him a drink. Well, this all seems totally normal and reasonable.
No.
It's not.
Mr. D is not your father.
I could be.
Yes, but are
Yeah.
you?
Why must you ruin everything?
He's just a man who wants a
D
drink.
knows. Grover, please, give us a moment.
I love how they keep filming, like... They keep filming Grover from shorts up. That way they don't have to put on the leg. Damn, this camp is
The
huge.
Sacred Valley, Percy. 12 cabins. The 12 Olympian gods. Each
Oh,
cabin
yeah.
is home to the children that god has claimed.
Man,
Which one am I?
these gods are busy.
Your father might claim you tomorrow. It might be next week. It might be...
Never.
So is there an unclaimed cabin?
Even now, he still wants nothing to do with me. What am I even doing here?
This is interesting. I thought they would know.
Hermes, god of travelers. His cabin is home to both his own children and the unclaimed.
How nice of him. Aww. Made sure he had his blue meth.
Look, if you want to give me a hard time, just do it tomorrow. I can't do any more today.
Heard what happened to you on the hill, and I wanted to say I'm really sorry.
Oh my god, nice people.
What are you going through?
For a second, I was like, I can't remember if there were bullies at camp.
I've never seen a minotaur crush a human to death, but I assume that they'd get really squishy
Meh.
or something, or like an old banana, maybe.
Grover.
But she evaporated. Hades himself can actually reach out and.
Yes, we know.
Meh.
But you haven't told Percy anything yet.
No. No one is gonna tell him anything.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
So you don't want to lie to your little friend? Too bad. I suggest you steer clear of him then, because you will say nothing to him about this. Do you understand?
You always know how to cheer people up, Mr. D. Mr. D.
We all have them, you know. Intense, recurring nightmares. That's normal here.
Meh.
And the daydreams, and ADHD, and dyslexia.
Yeah.
Wait, so this is the kid who killed the Minotaur? Is that right?
Yeah?
I'll bet. Like, you want attention around here, dummy? Better be ready for it when it comes.
Great. So,
She seems nice.
Aries kids.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
buy it honestly.
So they leave you alone because Glory. So if I get Glory, Clarice won't mess with me either.
Exactly.
And people think I'm a big deal.
Well, sorta. But
And my dad's got no choice but to claim me.
Yeah.
you can't force the gods to do anything.
Well, yeah, but it would make it harder for him to pretend I don't exist, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, great. Where do we start?
That sounds like a terrible idea. Again.
I've never done anything like this before, and it looks super dangerous.
Yeah, you never killed
Yeah.
a Minotaur before either. Until you did.
Yeah. Like, this is the least crazy thing you've done.
Should I try again?
No, no. Alright, can you forge? What? No. Okay, not that.
Is there a Greek god of disappointment? Maybe someone should ask him if he's missing a kid.
I mean, that sounds like
Please.
Dionysus.
Burnt offerings. The gods like the smell, so it gets their attention before you say a prayer.
They like the smell of burnt mac and cheese.
They like the smell of begging.
Meh.
You burn what you'll miss the most. Then they know you really mean what you're about to say, so they listen.
So he's gonna miss burnt mac and cheese the most?
I think I've made some friends here.
Yay.
Like, real friends.
Totally real friends.
Hey, guys. Can't sleep, huh?
Every new kid shows up here and they think they're special. Do you think you're special?
No?
No. Look, he's trying to figure out what is this. Fucking children of Ares. You know what? I do kind of like that this isn't a paradise. Oh. 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 Ah, Attack of the Killer Toilets.
I can explain.
Eh.
No, you can't.
Okay.
No, he can't. But,
Wait, I know you.
No, you don't.
eh,
Yeah, but you were there. The night in the infirmary.
Yes. I'm Annabeth.
Are you
a...
stalking me, Annabeth?
Yes.
Meh.
Okay.
She's very straightforward.
Well, I've been waiting to see if something like this would happen. So I'd know if you can help me
Okay.
Help you do what?
win capture the flag.
Sure.
And what does that mean, forbidden?
A long time ago, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades agreed their children were becoming too powerful, so they made a pact not to father anymore. It held for a long time until Zeus broke that pact.
Oh, Zeusy boy.
One day we find this little girl hiding in an alley, Annabeth. We were worried about taking her in, exposing her to all that danger. Then we saw her fight.
Meh.
One day, a demigod would arrive who was fated to go on a quest that even Chiron couldn't prevent. And when that happened, she could join it. Every new arrival, Annabeth watches, looking for a sign they're the one. Usually she gives up after a day or two, but she's still watching you.
Can you ask her to knock it off?
Yeah, sure. But what if she's right?
Looking for a sign like exploding toilets.
I still don't even know what my job is. Maybe I won't even need a sword.
Let the games begin!
Oh.
I'm gonna need a sword.
Meh. You have one.
Now you, Sunshine. You're with me.
Okay. For the record, I have no idea what I'm doing. God, how do you just casually run across a rickety rope bridge? Jiminy. Eh. This is a bad first showing.
You still don't get where you fit into all this, do you?
No.
Game on.
Okay. Oh.
Wait, what?
Eh.
Gift from my mom.
Eh. It's a,
Don't worry. You'll do great.
Do great, do what?
like a Mets hat. Alright. There she goes. I can do that too, actually. Watch. That implies that I actually bothered to put that effect in. And quite frankly, I don't know if I did.
Clarice hunts in those woods for the first few hours. You know that. She's gonna cut us down.
Annabeth's got a plan. Percy's on it.
That inspires confidence.
I know it.
Oh my god. I hate flossing so much. Now he's taking a piss. Boy, he really doesn't know anything of what he's doing. I mean, they didn't tell him anything. Percy? Percy's the bait, isn't he?
Yeah, Glory's fine. Revenge is more fun.
Eh. Okay. Shield, sword,
No maiming? It's like the one rule?
Yeah, I guess I'll lose dessert privileges for a while. I'll live.
You only lose dessert privileges if you, like, mortally injure someone? Oh! Oh! Alright, things aren't going well. Ugh! The water! Use the water somehow! Oh my god. For a 12-year-old with no experience or skill, he's actually kind of good. Like, it's impressive how well he's doing. Oh, he broke it! He's a friggin' prodigy. Oh. Was that important? It seemed important. And you lost.
Not bad, hero.
That was the plan?
Were you here the whole time?
Yes.
You were here the whole time and you didn't help me?
Yes. Why?
She's testing you, and you passed.
Percy. I'm sorry.
Okay, into the water. She's testing a theory. Oh! Dang, she's freaking smart, man. Whoa!
Your dad's calling.
You by Poseidon,
Oh, shit.
Earthshaker, Stormbringer,
Oh.
Percy Jackson, son of Poseidon.
A forbidden child, too. Look, you can place all to yourself.
Child of the sea god, you are singular amongst demigods.
Yeah, no one else. You don't.
Your
Oh, you don't
father's
have siblings.
only hope. For months now, Zeus and Poseidon have been locked in a dispute over the Master Bolt,
Meh.
symbol of Zeus's authority, and it has been stolen.
Yeah. All right. Plot.
I didn't do anything.
Can I get a lawyer?
Of course you didn't. But your father needs your help. An ultimatum has been given to him by Zeus that if he doesn't return the bolt by the summer solstice in 1 week,
1 week.
there will be war. That is your quest. You must leave immediately.
Leave? Leave for where?
I just got here.
There is a third brother who has always deeply resented them both.
Yeah.
Sadie's.
Grover, now is not the time.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have news.
Grover,
Sally Jackson is alive.
Oh.
It looked like she died, but it only looked that way.
Grover.
Your mother was stolen by Hades, which means she's with him now.
Which means we need to put quotes around
Where they
alive.
want you to go too, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, he'll accept the quest now.
When do we leave?
Exactly. All right. Oh. We got anything else here? Well, maybe. It might be another preview, but I'll go ahead and let it play. I read the books. I don't care about previews, so... It's interesting that they do previews for the next episode. A, on a streaming service, and B, just on live action in general. Like, you don't normally see... I normally see that on, like, anime. But it's fine for me because I've read the book, so... I know stuff that's coming. Now, maybe next season I'll avoid it because I don't remember those books as well, so... There is something still weird about watching this now on YouTube, you know? Like, man, I haven't thought about Percy Jackson in a long time. Anywho. Alright, good episode, and end of episode 2, we're off on our adventure, which is pretty good. So yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Man, Annabeth is friggin' smart. She is smart, which is great, you know? The fact that I guess she figured out, because she was waiting for a sign. I guess anything to do with water, like, yeah, that would be Poseidon, you know? So, as soon as she saw that, she was like, alright, I've seen that. Now let me go confirm my suspicions, you know? But that was really interesting. Especially because, like, again, like, because I don't remember the book. Unfortunately, I remember the movie, you know? But I don't remember that being a thing in the movie, you know? Like, I feel like they were more rivals than anything. But here, I mean, it's not like Percy and Annabeth are really friends with each other in this, but she has use of him because she wants to go on a quest, you know? So yeah, really, really good stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Where do we start, man? Where do we start? Just going around Camp Half-Blood is really nice. It's, you know, there's a good question, actually. Where is Camp Half-Blood? I would assume just, like, I don't know, upstate New York? Because they were in New York City, so it can't be that far away. Camp Half-Blood. Northeastern Long Island, New York. Okay. How interesting. Very, very interesting. So, but yeah, it looks great. I really like it. I forgot again, you know, because I forget everything. So there's dog hair on my arm. I realize I'm trying to get rid of it. But anyway, So yeah, the whole thing of like, being unclaimed is interesting. It's really interesting that it's, Hermes' cabin that takes in the unclaimed, You'd honestly think that they would use Zeus's cabin or Poseidon or Hades' cabin. Well, I guess Hades isn't part of the pact, but Zeus and Poseidon have the pact that they will no longer have children. So you would think, because those cabins are just empty then, It is also interesting, too, that it's like, Percy has finally been claimed, and he is the only son of Poseidon, He's the only son of Poseidon, living now in his own cabin at Camp Half-Blood. And now we're off. Now we're leaving, Oh, well. Well, they'll come back to Camp Half-Blood at some point, so... So, yeah, really, really interesting stuff. We did meet a god. We got to meet a god, Dionysus. I like him. I like Dionysus. That's a good actor. I don't think I recognize him, but that is a good actor to play Dionysus. I just love. He's just. Well, he wants to be drunk. He wants to be the eternal drunk, but he's not. Zeus forbid him specifically from drinking, but he was interesting. I liked him. Got a bit of Chiron, which was cool. A very good effect. I do notice, I don't know what the budget is for this show, how comparable it would be to a movie, or even maybe the original movie, but I do notice a lot of shots where, on Grover, he's wearing shorts, but they specifically shoot it to where you can't see his lower legs, and, they did shoot a lot of, sort of close, mid shots on Chiron. It's I get they don't want to spend the money all the time for those effects, So that was at least good. But it was still very interesting. I like that. I like seeing a bit more of Chiron actually being Chiron, Again, a far cry from Pierce Brosnan in the movie, so... we got to meet Luke. Luke was interesting. Son of Hermes. And we got the... I will say, because there's a part of me that's like, man... finally we found, Percy found a place where he will fit in. There are other children that are like him, And they didn't explain the dyslexia as much as I thought they would. But it's like, oh, we finally found a place for him to fit in, and he does have a couple friends now, and he's accepted. I think he's accepted Grover again, but he also has Luke and the other buddy. But I do find it interesting that this place is not perfect. Namely, the other kids, they're still kids, and specifically the children of Ares. The children of Ares, they're a little hot-headed, but I mean, that's Ares, that kind of makes sense. But that was interesting. They're bullying him, in order to prove that he's a fraud, that he didn't kill a Minotaur, So that was interesting. So that was an interesting thing. Clarice and even just man, the fight was also interesting. I'm kind of torn on it, because on the one hand, Percy has no training. He has no experience. He has none of this. I guess that's the thing he's good at, Because they were going through, okay, what are you good at? Are you good at archery? No. Are you good at, forging? No. It's are you good at anything? Evidently, he's just good at fighting, You give him a sword and a shield, he can actually hold his own, And that's interesting. That's a really interesting thing. Excuse me. That's an interesting thing, because, I don't know. It's like I'm torn on it. Like, you know, he's a prodigy. He is also the son of a god, and not, you know, any god, really. And even though that's probably not a great thing to say about the gods, you know, but like, he's also the son of Poseidon himself. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the fact that he is that good a fighter already, you know? That he kind of stumbled into being a good fighter, you know? But I don't know. Maybe we'll see more on that. Maybe I'll get another opinion on that later, but meh, I don't know. But yeah, but that was interesting. The fight there with Clarice. Hello, Clarice. That was her name, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure that was. I hope it was. Otherwise, that just was a weird reference to Silence of the Lambs. Anywho. But yeah, but that was good. I like... I do just immediately really like Annabeth. Like, I like... Because, yeah, if I remember the movie right, like, she was way more antagonistic towards Percy, you know? So they probably, like, combined, like, Clarice and Annabeth a bit at the beginning of the movie. This is why the movie's not good, you know? Like, this is why Rick Riordan doesn't like the movie, probably, you know, for a number of reasons. But I like how it's like she's just been watching, you know, she's been watching to see, okay, if he did kill the Minotaur, then maybe he's the one I've been looking for, you know, the one I've been waiting for so that I can go on a friggin' quest, you know? And then after the incident with the toilet, the exploding toilet, then she figured it out, and I just love that moment of she just pushes him in the water because she figured out. It's like, it's not just that she figured out that he's the one that she's been waiting for. She also figured out that he is the son of Poseidon, you know? Like, that is really, really cool. So yeah, I want to see more of that, because I do remember, you know, the trio being Percy, Annabeth, and Grover going on the adventure. So I'll be curious to see more of Annabeth, because that was really, really interesting. So yeah, there was that, and then we had the plot, basically, that the lightning bolt has been stolen, hence the first book being called The Lightning Thief, which, again, I'm assuming that's what this season is based on. So yeah, someone has stolen Zeus's master bolt, and he believes that that Poseidon has had his forbidden son from doing it. You know, an interesting thing I thought of at the end is, like, man, the gods get busy. You know, like, the gods, like, they must be some horn dogs, you know, because, like, there are so many kids at this camp, and they're all children of a god, you know, or at least a lot of them are, you know. And I don't know if they said Annabeth's, if I remember correctly, and I don't think this is really a spoiler, but if I remember correctly, I think she's the daughter of Artemis. And so it's just an interesting thing that it's like, boy, all the gods had children around, you know, the same time 10 to 15 years ago, you know? Like, that's just kind of an interesting thing you think about it, where it's like, obviously suspension of disbelief, but it is just kind of a funny thing of like, huh, that's a lot of gods having a lot of kids very recently, you know? So, but again, minor thing, very, very minor thing. Just a funny little thing to think about. But yeah, but that stuff was interesting. And then now we have the goal. We only have 1 week before the summer solstice, which is also something I just thought about. Like, you know, the summer solstice, which is the like mid to late June, and Percy's been there for like 3 days, and so he was still going to school during June? That's kind of weird. You didn't have summer vacation? I don't know. That's also a thing that doesn't matter. So, So yeah, but we have our goal, 1 week. It'll be 1 week. We gotta find the lightning bolt, and we also have the promise, sort of promise, that Sally might still be alive with Hades, which is interesting. Which it's an interesting thing that, like, you know, like, because that convinced Percy to go on the quest, but they were so adamant about not telling him that, you know? So, I don't know, it's an interesting thing. I mean, like, because that's the thing, it's such a good scene, you know, when he talks about, you know, I'm Sally Jackson's son and Dionysus. You know, the D doesn't actually stand for Dionysus, it stands for dickhole. Because he's like, oh, who's Sally Jackson? And it's like, it's the only person who cared about him, the only person who was a parent to him, you know? So that whole thing of like, oh, you know, the whole world is at stake. It's like, this kid doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand what's going on. You've just been you've been saying things at him for 3 days, but he doesn't fully understand anything of what's happening, you know? So luckily Grover was there and was able to convince Percy, but yeah. So interesting stuff. But now we have our plot, we have our mission, and we have 1 week, 6 episodes to go do it. So yeah, really, really good stuff, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. Excuse me, but that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Percy Jackson reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.